Hello, folks. Welcome back for another whimsical episode of Schwaard's Journey to Legendary. Now gather round, everyone, and let me tell you the tale of Aldora and the Werewolves, told to you by Joseph. That's right, this is a deck by Joseph. You can see it there. It is a werewolf deck featuring Aldora, amongst other cards. You see the list there. We're going to go ahead and jump in. I am admittedly, I don't know, I'm in turmoil with emotions about this. I'm not entirely sure what to expect because the very few times that I played Werewolves, it's pretty much only when I've got a daily quest. And I crap you not, the first 3 or 4 decks that I would play every single time that I had to trigger a werewolf transformation was either a drain heavy deck or a guard heavy deck or both, which are like the bane of werewolves. So you just think about it. If you were to tell somebody, hey, this guy's going to be playing a werewolf deck, make your deck accordingly. That's what you would do. Bunch of guards, bunch of drains so that you can't get any transformations off. And so I won a few games here and there, but I was just grateful to, get 1 or 2 trigger transformations, let alone win anything. So that's been my personal experience, but I didn't have Aldora. I didn't have Sower of Revenge at the time. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. We don't have the ring, so maybe was a little bit of a crazy call, but we'll see what we can do.
Come on, then. Entertain me.
So I don't know. But at the same time, I also kind of felt about crabs, and we know ultimately that crabs worked out pretty well. So we'll see. We shall see. But I did like, and I had to ask Joseph, I was like, so what's the deal with Aldora? Like,
We'll see how they like
nothing against her or anything, but I was like, what is she doing hanging out with werewolves? It doesn't seem to be a normal thing. And I thought maybe there was some crazy synergy that she had with them that I was completely overlooking. It's like, nah, she's a Nord, she's a good card. So I play her. I was like, okay. I mean, that works for me. Ooh.
As long as I draw a breath.
Let us hope, my friends, that...
If we die, we die together.
I guess best case scenario, he triggers himself. Actually, that is the best case scenario. But if I can get another one down, that'll be 2 triggers. But maybe I should training grounds? Because unlike... oh my goodness gracious, we've just got wards aplenty. Alright, so... I mean, I gotta go with the value, right? It makes him a 3/4? Yeah. Now he dies to... We're going to do training grounds.
We'll take a few of them with us.
That might not have been the right call. I just think with them coming down with tomes and stuff, I'm going to need a little more firepower behind me. We can do Sower of Revenge next turn. Get another... I'm just trying to remind myself, your goal is not necessarily to trigger a transformation. Like, that's cool, that's what you ultimately want to do, but that's not all. You're playing the game to win. Transformations, in theory, will just make it a little bit better. Okay. Oh, that is perfect. That, my friends, is perfection.
Let's do this.
I only need 1 shot.
Attack.
Wait, so does that mean that there was the next card? I think that means that the next card was a firebrand. Like, he should not have triggered that. In theory, that should not have happened. It should be werewolves that are triggering it. But apparently, there's a Nord.
They will not get past me.
Hey, see, guards. Look at all these guards. Look at all the guards on the board.
This might be handy.
They're just all over the place.
I'll send them
guards.
all to oblivion.
Gobs and gobs of guards. Oh, jeez. No, we need... No. Alright, so we're not going to be able to... What do you think? I mean, they've got that they can play with him to make him a 4/6, so he wouldn't trade favor. Oh, no, and then he could dagger up. He would trade with that, and they would trade with him. Or I can do Raiding Party, which would allow me to trade. You know what? Let's do Raiding Party.
tests us. Let's do this.
Oh my gosh, he triggered it too? What's going on here? Do I have no werewolves in my deck? This is very bizarre. Allows him to trade. And...
Time to fight.
oh... do I... you know what? Let's do this. Okay, now I'm confused. Do these all start off as Nords and then they turn into werewolves? Maybe that's it. Holy cow. I'm a goober. Yes, you heard it, folks. Be surprised and amazed. I am a goober. I was not even thinking that they were Nords. Like, and then they turn into werewolves. So almost everything in this deck is a Nord. Almost. I think the Hilalu sharpshooter is not. That's why they keep triggering.
I'll send them all to oblivion.
Now I understand. Oh boy. All right. Let's see here. So I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm gonna take a risk on this. That it's not gonna get destroyed somehow. The training grounds are doing good work here. I play them next turn, and we get 3/3 Firebrands coming out. Look at all these tomes they got. It's like an embarrassment of riches. See, and that's what I was a little concerned about, but
I'll send them all to oblivion.
see, now she has to attack in order to... ooh. What do you think? I think we can wait for that.
Do you not fear me, Walter? You should.
What? He's not a Nord. He's a Daedra. What? Am I fundamentally missing the? When you summon a creature, give it +1/+1 if it shares a type with the top creature in your deck. So that means I've got another Sower coming up, right? That's what that means. These are all Nords. We've got a few Sowers, well, 3 Sowers, and they're the exception. That's what I'm getting from this. So he's coming up next. Okay, I don't like where this is going. Because there's no reason for... oh, no, never mind. You'd need to give him a knife because he's not a 5/5. He's a 6/6 because I've got training grounds and there's a Daedra next door.
You can tell them.
And guards. Guards. Like, do you see? Do you see? Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Guards and ward and... I mean, they're not doing the heals thing, which is totally cool. You see? Come on. Come on, man. All right. What am I doing here? I can do both. Now, hopefully this will not trigger. Okay, good. Because that means I've got Nords, which means these will trigger. So I will be able to take her out with but one Nord. Kapow! Kapow! Behold my beefiness! Alright. What manner of guard, ward, and drain are you going to put on the board? That was a dumb question. Don't ask those questions, Jess. Don't ask those questions.
Garland.
I tell you, if we do pull this out, this is going to be a hard-earned victory, for crying out loud. Grinding our way through guards aplenty. What you got? Oh, that's something worse than a guard, actually. How dare you, Harpy, you shrieking Harpy. Okay, kudos to them. That's...
I am sworn to protect you.
What did I tell you? What, Lydia? Really? How many times do you come across Lydia in your entire life, ever? How many times? We can't trigger Ayla's housemate, unfortunately, at this moment. Ooh. Oh, right, Lydia, you horrible, horrible thing.
Care to join me on the hunt?
Let's see. Tell you what, we'll just wait and see what happens. We may get a silence, who knows?
Holding on to anything interesting?
Okay. Now, if she steals the werewolf that drains when you break a rune, I'll be a little miffed, but otherwise...
There's loot here, Schwaaard.
She took my Eldora!
Smell it.
I mean, I'm not complaining too much because she's not even a guard, but still.
We'll get them, Schwaaard.
My Eldora. So now it's just the werewolves. Listen, my children, to the story of Eldora.
For Whiterun.
And they're werewolves that can't seem to trigger ever because... Yes! Yes, my friends! Go, Halalu Sharpshooter! Go! Oh, thought I made that clear.
Ride them down.
I have their trail.
Okay, you could argue I did that in the wrong order. But we did it! Woo! Against guards and warded guards aplenty. Alright, so we're already off to a better start than I ever had with my werewolf decks that were just... I mean, I really think the key is you gotta know... Whoops. You gotta know when to... You can't... I don't think there's... Except for Invade, which is one of many reasons why it's such an abomination. I don't think there's any mechanic that you can lean in 100%, that you can be like, oh, I'm going to play all these cards, because not only are some of them just not inherently all that great, but you need... And this is just what I think I'm learning. This is what I believe I'm beginning to understand. Because you do need other cards to enable them to do their thing when they are on the board. If you get overzealous, you're like, oh, I've got to play all of them, then you don't have, or you're running short on removal or silence or... a buff to change the landscape. It's like you need those cards, and they're going to have to take the spot of some of the lesser cards that you may have in your hand here, or not in your hand, but in your deck. So that's what I think I'm learning, and that's what I did with the Redoran. No, it doesn't have to age you. Let's just say hello. By the way, I love these card backs. I don't know when. It was during one of my many sabbaticals. Sure. We've got a way to survive something if they play, unless they just firebolt her butt. Firebolt her butt? Firebolt her butt.
I slay the unworthy.
Well, gee, I wonder if he's going to switch lanes and hit her on the...
Protect the
on the
Harbinger.
face there. I'll tell you what.
I'm ready to split some skulls.
Whatever you choose to do, my friend, I will have somebody in the other lane waiting for you.
Behold, my magnificent
Should have
monster.
been more worthy.
Alright, so we do this. The blink.
Care to join me on the hunt?
Do this. The blink. Hey, there's Eldora. Nobody's going to be taking her from me this time. No, sir.
Should have been more worthy.
I felt it was a
Let's
risk I
do
needed to
the
take.
fish stick.
Oh, you shrieking harpy. Alright. This could be a good turn 6. But that's only if I don't ring out Sower. I can dagger. I could do these. Let's get out Eldora the Daring. Although,
Loot here,
as
Skywag.
I played that, it occurred to me that putting her in the field lane against a deck that runs Vipers probably was not a keen idea. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me. Hey, okay.
Go get them, Skywag.
Go get them, Skywag. You waggly sky, you. All right.
The
I'm
treasure
99.9%. You know what? Screw it. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's gonna die, but
You should.
I was gonna protect him, but I'm like, why? It's a 6/1. She's a 6/1. It's a 6/1. I don't know. I don't know what to call it anymore. But we got Training Grounds
Behold, my magnificent
and Protector of the
monster.
Innocent next turn. Don't you dare get a ward. Rally's not a whole lot better. All right, so I'm. Oh my goodness gracious! Guarded.
Get them, Skywag.
Yeah, goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. Oh boy. If I want to make the trade, I can't do Training Grounds. That is unbelievable. But what are you going to do? All right. Oh, wait. So if I do...
Hermamora tests us.
I'm just gonna use one. I'm not having to go through the
Let's
whole
do
team.
this. Attack.
Boink. Boink.
The treasure will be ours.
Boink.
We'll see how they
All right, I lied.
fights back. Time
Using one to preserve my board. Such that it is. Nuts, man. Nuts. I got some good value from that, Jack.
What have we here?
It could have been worse, technically speaking, I
We
suppose.
must count on our wits.
Oh, you... What? One cost. Firebolt. Or Cruel Fire Bloom. Okay. We may never know.
As long as I draw breath.
The treasure will be ours.
Follow me, men.
Alright, so we do have a silence to get past some bothersome guards if that is all that faces us, but with them having pulled an action of their choice,
Black Hand sees all.
Nothing will
that
stop
happening.
my rise.
Alright, so unfortunately,
I will keep Sotha Sil's
I can silence her to hit for 6, but without any other benefit. I need a raw... whatever, I don't know. Okay. So we go... Cloak.
I only need one shot.
Dagger.
Is
Face.
Gramor!
Huzzah! Alright, alright. Not doing too bad. Is that... It's game 2? I mean, I guess we're not... Are we... I guess we're not straight up aggro, are we? I mean, we I think we should be. We just... Oh, man. Like, and I could be misremembering, and you all can correct me if you're like, no, Jess, you always play against decks that have crazy guards and warded guards coming down. That's a thing that happens to you all the time. Then I'll be like, okay, I'm just forgetting about those times. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't remember ever seeing the give it a ward and a guard and shackle it down card played ever. I don't, anyway, I'm not complaining. It's just it's that bizarre thing. It's like the game's like, let me find someone who has a deck that is spec to counteract Schwaaard, because otherwise he will run rampant and achieve all his dreams. Although I did think about that very, very briefly. was like, because I'm setting a good pace. I mean, right now, I mean, who knows? Everything could go backwards from now, and we could be, at the bottom of the snake by the end of this whole thing. But right now, we're at a good pace, not gangbusters pace, but a decent pace. And I was like, so what if? Oh my gosh, what if? Okay, I was
Your
like,
destruction is at hand. Hail, friend.
what if I
We'll see
climb
how they like
too
someone
high, too fast? And I'm in the top 10 this month. What else do I have to prove? What else do I have to do? So what do you... I mean, that doesn't necessarily...
As long as I draw breath.
Wish I had a... I mean, this isn't enabling for that. Do I really not have a turn 3 play? I mean, well, no, you know what? Maybe this is not right to do. But my gut tells me
Time to fight.
that I shouldn't get hit in the face too much.
I only need one shot.
And these two together can trigger our hunt mate next turn. Okay, cool.
Care to join me on the
As
hunt?
long as I draw breath.
They missed their shot.
Once again, a shrieking harpy comes to interfere with my fun. Darn you, harpy. What are you doing to harpy? Soul
I am
split?
ready to join.
Hey, you got one of those too, eh? Nice. I'm gonna say we race at this point.
We die as long as I draw breath.
Oof, maybe not. Guess it's gonna depend on... Oh, so they are a prophecy deck. I mean, oh my gosh. Really?
They missed their shot.
Well, because they played what? I mean, they had a couple cards that weren't prophecies. The Ashlander isn't one. So they played one card that is not a prophecy. So, of course, why would I think they're prophecies? Yeah. Haha! You're not the only one, you turd muffin. I have no way to break through over here.
We'll see how they like someone
the
who
card.
fights back.
So, obviously, this is... Oh, you beautiful, beautiful
The city's
firebrand, you.
times to fight. Fires of all to eat. As long as I draw
They
breath.
missed their shot.
As long as I draw breath.
All right. So they went on a bit of a prophecy tear, but now it seems... I could have played him over here. I just thought I was doing that just in case that they were going to get some more prophecies, and I didn't want, them to stack this lane over here. The douche! What are you doing, the douche? Just whose side are you on, man? So split, really? I think that's actually to my advantage. We can play both of those.
As long as I draw
So,
breath.
yeah, we're going to do
Care to
this.
join me on the hunt?
I'm ready
No,
to
you know what?
split some skulls.
They missed their shot.
As Denise would say, do not break that final rune unless you are able to close it out, because that can turn the game. So we'll see if that...
We must protect our...
I was about to say, as long as I don't have a douche that can not ping my 4-1. What are you doing, the douche? Oh, the shackless. All right. So... I'm not missing anything, right? can only play... I mean, I can draw cards, but here's the thing. If I leave him alive, so I can kill that. Oh, boy. All right, let's see what we draw. I mean, but it would have to be a 1-drop, and I'm not going to... It could be the Firebrand, but... So I can hit... No, I can't risk that.
I have their trail.
He comes on as a 4/4. He's a 4/4 as well. What do you got for me? Okay. All right. We need some reach or something from hand.
Let nothing through.
Ooh. Does he have it?
They're in my sights.
That's what we needed. I mean, among many things, unfortunately. Oh, boy. All right. So I do that. That's my turn. If there's a Nord on top, these get 2 each. I mean... Or do I do that and that? Yes. I think so.
The city is safe in my hands.
We press on. Time to fight.
So that allows me to trade into him favorably.
The power is mine to wield.
So yeah, if he has 2 lightning bolts, we're done. But I played as smart as I could. Oh no!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Oh my gosh! Wow, 2 non-prophecies at the top of their deck. Well, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. But I can't say I regret it. I think, you know, waiting till we had lethal was the best way to go. But you can't help the top decks. Because there are a ton of prophecies that they were running that would not have helped them in that. I don't know though. That does make me. But I mean, I said it before. There are going to be times where that's not the best way to go, and maybe that was one of those times. But yeah, had I known, can't question. You just got to move on. But I will be filing that in the old noggin for future reference. That maybe there's a time to just go ahead and bite the bullet and go, because that's kind of what I used to do. Was just, you know what, screw it. You only live once. Risk the prophecy, and but I don't think I had a clear shot. I think that's the difference. I don't think there was where I could have done it in one turn.
Hail, friend.
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
Or maybe I could have botched that, but
As long as I draw a breath.
I am ready to join the circle.
I would really like for these 2 to go off next turn. But of course, there's that. But there is also.
If we die, we die together.
Is he more important, or is the... Nah, you know what? That's more important.
Protect the Harbinger.
He's a little guy, after all. I mean, he becomes a 2/3, but he's really only good on turn 1, really, let's be honest. Oof. I swear that wasn't Dynamo made those so much more relevant. Okay. Alright, we can do some stuff here.
Time to fight. Attack.
The Nords must take back
Ulfric
Skyrim.
Stormcloak.
We need them both to break it.
The spirit
So let's do that.
goes with
Because I know he can get... They could do like a workshop, or he could get revived or some such nonsense, but... We get assaulted. We get assaulted by old Salty.
Lord Crab, merchant.
Man, all my former friends are coming against me here. Alright. Okay. Old Salty's was not enough to fight off the werewolves. And Aldora. In theory, she's in the deck. She did show up once. But she may just be... She's like, this seems like a fun adventure. I don't know if I like werewolves all that much. You know what? You guys go on ahead. You fight some battles. I'm just going to chill here with Skywag and, you know, wag at the sky or something. I don't know. She just doesn't seem to really be doesn't want to be involved or associated with these werewolves. But I'm pretty happy that this is turning out much better than my earlier forays into it, and it is a fun thing. It's fun when you get to see them, you know, transformed. I thought about crafting some more premiums in there, but I stopped with the commons because you know what, I want better. I'm demanding better. I'm guessing this is rank 2. I would be incredibly surprised. Doesn't mean I'm going to be wrong, but I would be very surprised if this is not a movement monk.
Hail, friend.
So we're going to put...
Luck to your house. Like someone who fights back.
We know Dune Ripper is not in there. Thankfully.
This one will protect us on the roads.
I'm so shocked. I can't believe it. Well, since when did
As long as I go
did movement become a thing? I don't have anything else to play. Oh, Training Grounds next turn, so let's go ahead and get our Nords on here. Don't be shy, little friend.
clear out.
Does that make him a... Alright, so... do I wait to go off on Training Grounds? Nah. Or maybe I do. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what they got. I mean, it could whiff, but even if it whiffs, it'll take 2, it'll break a rune, and I can get, like, Ayla's Hunt made out. Okay, okay. Or I could get... No, I can't. She's the only one I could get out.
Care to join me on the hunt?
Give me a Nord, give me a Nord. Yes. No!
A little distraction.
What is
might
everybody
prove
just
useful.
running crazy prophecies these days?
Let's do this. Fires of Alduin.
Alright, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There's another one.
Hardly a chance.
So many prophecies. And I'll tell you what, let's get you out of the
The
way.
Nords must take
And you're too big to play.
Hermamora tests us.
Alright. I'm really not sure. Feel like I'm kind of in the middle of some deep water here. Like, at any moment this turd muffin can do his thing and it's gonna suck. So I need to do 7 just to get him to do his thing. I have 1, 2, 3. That's 6. That's not enough. So... Alright, so we do have the Nords down there.
I am ready to join the circle.
And...
Let's do this.
Gonna wait and see. Gonna wait and see. I don't know what I'm waiting on exactly. I do love this trainings round though, and how it makes normal matchups mismatchups. I knew you were going to do that. You're going to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for the next 16 hours because that's what you do. And we have no hard removal. That's the only downside here, really, or one of the big downsides against this deck. But I mean, honestly, I don't. Like I said, I've never. Well, I shouldn't say like I said. You haven't heard me say this, but I've never won a game against movement. Although it would please me for this to be the first.
The city is safe in my hands.
Let's do this. Highest of all to eat.
This is a little greedy. I understand that. I'm tired of not being greedy, though.
Protect the Harbinger.
There we go. These are two. Well, that's not really. These are good plays for next turn if we survive. I thought I had all my notifications turned off. Dag nabbit. All right, I got to make a mental note. Yes, we know you're gonna do the thing, the dashing thingy. Ah. Sorry. I'm getting lost in my thoughts. I'm totally forgetting I'm doing a video here. I should probably start talking because by the time he's done moving around, we're going to be at, what, 5 health. He's going to be the size of a ginormous building. And, yeah, I'll be a sad little guy. But
The always clever. This is
Okay.
the secret to success.
oh, she gets charged. Forgot about that. He gets to move in shadows, of course. Oh, thank you.
The Nords must take back Skyrim.
Oh, I could have put. No, I really couldn't have, actually.
I only need one shot.
The spirit of Isgramor goes with us.
All right. Thank goodness for our silence friend here. Doesn't solve all the problems, but we have a... Unless they have Dawn's Wrath. You don't have Dawn's Wrath. You can't care less. I get it, care less. And that's in the spirit of Skyrim, because, you know, they spell common things weirdly, and it's weird. So, care less. You know, like Elsewhere, and there's other names in Skyrim or in that series that have weird names like that. But care less. I get it. Took me a second, but I got there. It even has a silent H, like for Khajiit. You know, I could appreciate that. I don't know why I put her. Well, of course I know why I put her over there, because she's Swift Strike. Another one?
Anasi will defeat you.
I want to be an assassin.
Nice.
Like Nari.
All right, hey, our
Done. I bow to your
our first game against first win against Movement Monk, and guarantee we would have lost that. As much as far as it looked like we were away, we almost lost it to would have lost it if we didn't get that silence. And that's usually how the games go. That's one of the reasons why we lose, is because we don't have the removal or the silence at the time that we need it, which is pretty much as soon as one of those turd muffins hit the board. And see, and that's one of those things. This harkens back to my earlier days when I like some of the cards I really dislike. It's not inherently the cards themselves. It's the amount of times I played against people and the amount of times they screwed me over. So now, like, I have nothing against movement. In fact, I want to craft the nice premiums of the 3-1 that does the move, because he's got like the Northern Lights behind him and everything. It's beautiful. But like, I am getting so irked, like, and so like by fighting, coming across all these movement decks to like, I don't want to mess with it. I think I've only got 2 Dune Rippers, or 1, because I wasn't around when that was being awarded. Okay. And I haven't crafted 2 more because I'm like, I don't know, I'm really sick of seeing those guys. So I call it, I've decided to call it now, like the Tebow syndrome. However you feel about Tebow, but it doesn't matter. Even if you're not a football fan, you probably have heard the name Tim Tebow. Even if you're overseas, you may have heard it. Now, I'm not the world all knows about American football. It's just like, he was, for a while, he was that big. He was, for those of you who don't know, he was he had a very stellar football career
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
in with the Florida Gators. Do I know you, Sarah
I slay
Sexy
the
or Sarah Lexi? I don't know. We'll see.
As long as I draw a breath.
Could silence, but
The spirit of
We can do that next turn.
goes with us.
oh, Squish the Wimpy is a thing. Oh, but now I want to silence this. Man. All right. Well, if we silence it, then it can move. So we're kind of back to square one with the whole people putting guards in front of my face. Tell you what, we're gonna wait on that for now.
Time to fight. Talos!
I only need one shot.
At the ready.
Here we go. Nothing but guards.
They missed their shot.
I tell you what. Cloak.
I only need one shot.
Don't leave any of them alive.
As long as
No,
I
I'll just
draw
go
a breath.
take you out because I did the cloak. I mean, it was to trigger that. I think I'm trying to remember. At first, I thought I was gonna use him to trade into that to keep the other guy alive, but I was like, screw him. So feel free to break my runes.
I will light the dragonfire.
Oh, thank you.
Must.
People don't realize this is no bueno right here. All right, so here's the thing, though. I don't like how this is going. Like, I don't care. I actually don't want. I'd prefer to break the runes and him not draw a card, but
They missed their shot.
If we die together.
sure, I got nothing else to play.
Norns must take back.
All right, so yeah, I wouldn't. If we get nuked with emulating blast or whatever, I'll probably or that. Good game.
My fight is done.
Yeah,
For victory.
we're not coming back from that. Alrighty. I mean, and to be fair, like, I think that's the first time I've come against a deck like that. That's not Telvanni. What is it? Well, I mean Telvanni too, but Tribunal. So, like, the first time I can remember playing against them where they had an Ice Storm on curve, but I think it would have. Yeah, maybe if I'd been able to break through, and it would have saved the whole board by 1 point, but I don't know. There's just some games where it starts off and you're like, oh, this is going to be a grind. Like, even if I pull it off, and I've said it before, that, concede efficiency. We're just like, this is not going to be fun. This is going to be fighting for every inch against a removal deck, and it's just no fun for me. If you can get it quick against control, then great. But if it's going to turn into a slogfest, not worth it.
Hail,
Arguably, I should be hitting with this guy, but I don't really have any werewolves to trigger next turn. And I wanted to see what they were doing, which clearly is this. So no, I can't really do anything. So what we're going to have to do is Nord, Cloak, that, Silence. Wow, just nothing, huh? Alright, so we're not going to get the...
I only need one shot.
Oh no! Wow. Wow. Oops. I mean, let's just call this what it is.
Fires of all doing.
Let's just call this what it is.
Attack.
They missed their shot.
And no card play. Not having 1, 2, or yeah. This is not starting off in a stellar fashion here. Okay. Well, now we got a little momentum going.
Ready to join the circle.
Because we can do Whiterun next turn.
They missed their shot.
The city is safe.
Protect the Harbinger.
We didn't trigger a prophecy. That's always nice. If they can silence this or remove it, we're definitely in a world of hurt. But we got another Whiterun. Sower would be good, but I don't right at this moment they're hyper aggressive. I don't want to trigger prophecies or anything. So okay.
They missed their shot.
The city is safe in my hands.
And I don't think this is going to help too terribly much, but I think every little bit matters. I mean, might as well use the magic we got. I mean, we got 14 points on the board. If we're not going to go in all in now, well then we're not going to get Leaf Lurker. Well, no, wait, they wouldn't play Leaf Lurker now. They'd want to hit this first, or curse it first, or do something first. Okay.
The forest is my cloak.
And another curse, and another curse. Alrighty then. Ooh. Not.
Do you not fear me, mortal? You should.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we don't. That's the only guard I got. I can't let them get another 4 in without any contest. And right now, it doesn't look like she can kill it. Okay, so she can. Fantastic.
The forest is my cloak.
Hey, I've been here before.
Do not take you.
Where they just have all the answers. 1,001 Leaf Lurkers. How wonderful is that?
Do you not fear me, mortal?
Yeah.
They missed their shot.
Just in case. They don't have a 3rd Leaf Lurker. They don't need it. They've got 4, and I guarantee you they've got another charge. They got it. Ooh, bummer. So yeah, we're kind of going backwards. A series of, yeah. Lovely.
Do not take you. Do not take you.
It's become like a. I'm pretty sure I played this person before. It's kind of like a hallmark of these decks. They have. Yeah. Anyway, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I think we had that one game a while back. If you remember, it was against Scout Gabo. One time where we went really long in there and we were throwing down guards and we were able to stave them off. One time that's happened. Every other time, got exactly what they need. I don't know. Maybe it's a hallmark of the deck. If you build it a certain way, the game's just like, okay, here, have this answer, have that answer. But I know I sound bitter. I don't know. Like losing to, what did we lose to? I mean, Tribunal, whatever. Some deck we lost to, we lost to a Prophecy deck. That wasn't fun. I don't know. Like, I like losing to fresh stuff, things that I haven't seen in a million years. Like, thankfully we didn't lose against the movement deck because it's just been a hallmark. And I guess that's the thing I need to get in my head. That's mostly what you're going to come across. It's going to be one of like 5 different types of decks. I don't see werewolves out there. So that's why, one of the reasons why I wanted to play it. I was like, hey, this isn't getting abused. Or not even abused, but just, overplayed. So, I'm happy to play it. It feels good. But by and large, you're going to come across one of whatever decks. Although Prophecy Battle Mage isn't really. Is this the same guy? Are we really having to fight Prophecy again? So cumbersome. 3/3, 2/3. Let's do this.
The spirit of Isgramor goes with us.
And that's why I just realized, it didn't dawn on me until just now, why Prophecy Battle Mage is like the worst thing for us, because we have to break runes. Like, that's kind of our thing.
Don't leave any of them alive.
So
if we die,
it's kind of yeah, it's kind of unfortunate.
The forest will not suffer.
Okay. Yeah, this has to be the same one. It's like, oh, they're not running prophecies. All right, so
we'll take a few of them with us.
we're just gonna chill. I don't know if we can win this. I don't know if a
I am ready to join the circle.
The Nords must take back Skyrim.
All right. That was nice. So either this is not prophecy, or again, this is a lulling thing, and we're suddenly going to be racked with them. Like so it has been written. Like last time, throw one of her down, she triggers another one, she triggers another one. It just goes crazy from there. I'm not sure if yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Khajiit will keep.
Okay, so this is a different deck then. This is clearly different. Which makes me happy. Because it means we have a chance.
We press on.
I only need one shot.
For Ulfric Stormcloak. Time.
What time is it? It's time to fight.
Fires of Alduin.
Oh no, I'm breaking a rune early.
Attack.
And yeah, that shouldn't have done that.
Time to fight. Attack.
Okay. I mean, if they have some way to shift this around, then I mean, well, they could have an ice storm. That would do it. But that's why you don't break the rune before you're ready to. I didn't think of that. I should have probably just taken out the Alfiq there, but... That was like our first time playing aggressive, I think, the whole day, really. But yeah, I didn't realize that's
My
actually
fight is
horrible.
done.
Horrible's not, what do we call it, anti-synergy? Like, we're a deck that thrives on breaking runes, and you're a deck that also thrives on me breaking your runes. So, yeah, that's just not fantastic. All right, so we're doing a little bit of yo-yoing. To be expected, I think. Overall, I think it feels like it's been a good experience. It's been a good experience. And, you know, honestly, like, even the scout deck, like, it's not the type of deck that kind of got more, because it was fine. Okay, you got goblins, you got stuff, that's fine. It's the way it goes down. Oh, okay, so you're just going to play Legend number 24 right now. Which, it's so not fair to them, too. Because, I mean, if they lose this, like, I'm sure that's got to really screw up your rank. If you're that high and you lose to somebody who's not even rank 1. I'll tell you what, and Joseph and Leo Zora, all you guys, Mark, you can comment, you can tell me. Oh, I forgot to say hello. You can tell me, Mudcrab Merchant. Really, I don't understand the infatuation. I mean, obviously he's played in top tier decks. Like, if you want to know if you're playing against a high level player, see if they run Mudcrab Merchant. That's just kind of a thing.
Protect the Harbinger.
The Nords must take back Sky.
I really should be trying to figure out what they're running, but Mudcrab doesn't really tell me much. That tells me a little more. Okay. So, what do you think? The guard? The guard or the drain? Let's get rid of the guard. I'm guessing they have an answer for it, otherwise they wouldn't have given it to me. But as we saw, like, if you silence him, then he can move. It's a 5/4 on the board. So you have to use something against him. That works. Looks like Training Grounds will be our next play here.
For Ulfric Stormcloak.
And things can start shifting pretty heavily next turn, I think, maybe? Oh. Well, that's just hideous. You could definitely say there's going to be some better targets than that. Tell you what.
The Nords must
We're going to slow roll it just a little bit. Oh, crap. It's not slow in the mind. I meant just slow roll it. Jeez Louise. I forgot he takes a point of damage off. Goodness gracious. It's an animal deck, huh? Alright.
For Ulfric Stormcloak.
They missed their shot.
The spirit of his grandmother.
Okay, let's see what they got. A lot of cards. They've got a lot of cards. And they're prophecy heavy. What a fun little treat that is.
Orders.
Do they have another one, I wonder? And does it matter, I wonder, even more? Because they're just whittling me down. Yep, that's an ugly card. Wow.
Did I stutter or something? We obey.
Okay.
Time to fight.
Alright, so...
The Nords must take back Sky.
I think I like this line
Ulfric
here.
Stormcloak. Talos.
Doesn't mean it's gonna work. Because he gets a prophecy, of course, because... why wouldn't we come up against an opponent who thrives off of prophecies? Hey, at least we're losing to something fresh, you know?
I am ready to join the circle.
So we would need to do, well, we can't do anything, unfortunately. Alright, so she's...
Protect the Harbinger.
Orders.
The city is safe in my hands.
I feel like they got something really nasty for this lane. I mean, another Spriggan thing, I guess, would do it. I don't see them not being able to do 10 points, or having another snake. But we shall see. If we survive and Ayala can come down next turn, she can do some good things, because that's what she does with her. So, although it would suck because they can get a... Okay. Okay. Face. Going face. Alright. The question is, can we win? 11, 17, yes we can. Wait, can we? 5? So this turns him into a bigger guy, that's fine. Can we squish him? 3, 8, 9, 10. Yes we can. Alright.
We obey. Stop right there. We obey.
I don't have a way to boost this, do I? No. Oh crap. Oh crap. Did I just blow the game for myself?
It has been my honor.
Oh, lightning bolt. You...
Surprise!
Man! Oh. That was dumb. That was so dumb. Golly day! Didn't have to break that rune. Could have broken it. Ah, just wasn't even thinking. Wasn't even thinking. That stings. That really stings. Good night. I gotta hope I'm close. Not close enough. Oh, I don't want to play anymore. I just don't. And it's not the game's fault. It's my fault. I punted that so hard. Oh, that was so dumb. So dumb. We fought so hard. We tried so hard and got so far. And in the end, it didn't matter because I was stupid. I was stupid. We had lethal. I just don't hit him for... Wait. Maybe not. Am I beating myself up here? I'll have to look back at it. I'm thinking it was. I'm thinking, because I had the 5 points with the sower. I could squish the sower. We had 5. But when we hit... Okay, never mind. No, now I can be pissed off at the deck, or the game. Got bailed by a prophecy, because it wasn't my fault. I just realized that, because he hit for 6. There was 1 left, so he had 7 on the board. We had to hit. We had to break that rune, otherwise we would have been 1 short. So we did not have a choice. And I feel somewhat vindicated now. Now I can just be pissed off at the game for a BS last rune prophecy.
Have business with House Halalu.
You may be surprised to find that that is of little consolation to me. Oh, man. Well, okay. Maybe that's I've turned a corner now. Because it used to be that making a stupid mistake felt better than so training ground without a play with her on the board. That's just not a great feeling against Dagoth. That's not a good feeling.
You bet on the wrong side.
If that's all they got, turns out looking too bad. And Joe, you can let me know. Maybe I should just be hardcore aggressive with it. Yeah, actually I should be, right? Because I've got... Yeah, you know what? What am I doing? Oh wait, I can't be, because I don't have 6 magic. Like I can't do it with just 4. That's just not going to work.
We obey.
All right. If hand comes down, though, boy, we are in some trouble.
Witness the fury of House Jacob.
All right, that's not hand. That's just a nuisance.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
If we die together.
So we got a Nord with a sword. Good lord. Alright. But yeah, so it used to be that I would get that
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
games with... Okay, so they can get rid of that. They took that out of the old discard playbook thing there. Yeah, you want to trade with that. We can play both of those next turn, so I think, yes, we'll be able to break a rune. Not good. So we take 6 next turn. I feel like this is just a lesser of two evils here.
The Nords must take back Skyrim.
The spirit of his grandeur goes
For
with us.
Ulfric
We'll take a few
Stormcloak.
of them with us.
I chose the path of hopefully draining. I mean, if they've got a Harpy, obviously, he's not going to get very far. I think I've given him something to chew on anyway, but right now we got 9 to the face, leaving you with 6. And like I said, if he's shackled, then that's game over, quite frankly. Okay. That's actually
Do your work.
good, a good thing.
We see you waking and sleeping.
Alright, so... he's not going to get a buff, more than likely. I mean, she has to go.
Do you not fear me, mortal?
The Nords must take back Skyrim. For
know what he's
Ulfric's
gonna do.
Stormcloak.
Alright, let's see how fate will ensnare us with craziness here. I mean, best case, they both trade, it breaks the rune, they get... Alrighty. Just not no battle maces. Not bad at all.
Joy.
Crap thing is, okay. Hey, we get a prophecy
Someone who
now.
fights back.
That does help quite a bit.
I stand ready.
But then they flood the board with all this stuff, and
And sleep.
we're pretty much done. Again. Alright. We can play both of these. Yeah, I've got nothing
Do you
else
not
to...
fear me, mortal? You should.
Alright, what do I want to... I just have to take a gamble that he can't silence this, and he's going to have to trade with that.
I only need one shot.
So you trade
For
in.
Ulfric's Stormcloak.
Oh, man.
As
Well,
long as I draw breath.
yeah, I can't. Okay. Alright, well, I think that's the best we can do. So if they have a way to... if they've got a third battle mace, it's over. If they can... yeah, well, who knows? I'm guessing they've got it here. We don't really have a comeback mechanic, so anything they play really is going to...
Surprise!
There we go. Okay. Well, we started off pretty good, and then we're just kind of getting outmatched. Or I'm just screwing up the play. I don't know. I still need to work on it, because I'll be honest with you. The Ice Storm in that Tribunal game kind of tilted my brain a little bit. The Prophecy Lightning Bolt tilted my brain a little bit more. And I'm just, like, I'm trying to level it. It's not like rage or anything, but it's just like, it's the time where you just go, okay, like, I would be done right now. I would have been done when we got a Prophecy Lightning Bolt. That would have been, I'm done for the day. So, and maybe like I want the video to be an hour 15, hour 20-ish in that window, but until I can develop the maturity to just go, okay, like, whatever, it just happens. Maybe I should just call it when that happens, because I just don't know how active, like how much brain power you're getting. And clearly right now I can't even talk right. So and honestly, I think it started with the the loss to the prophecy deck. Not because really of how I played it, just that how I played it, which I think was the right way to do it. How that just kind of
Hail,
bit
friend.
us in the ass. So yeah, it's just, it's, I've said many times, it's not that you lose, it's how you lose that really can set the game in a bad direction.
The spirit of his
And I know it's weird that I'm putting it over there. I'm just waiting for the bottom to drop out of any play that I make now. See? There you go. There you go. Well, tell you what then, man. I ain't breaking the rune. Not gonna do it. Gonna wait till I get my... Well, I can only play one of them, but... Okay, well now I can play another one.
Care to join me on the hunt?
And did we just get another prophecy? No, we didn't. We got a Nord. Should I use him now? Not now. Nor the no. Nor the no, anyway. So what do you think? Circle Initiate and Grim Shield, or just Whiterun Protector? Well, it'll depend on what they play here. Shield's probably the one I want. No, I mean Whiterun Protector. No.
If we die
I'm
together.
ready to join the circle.
For now. Oof. And we do not have support removal. There is no douche in this game, unfortunately. So we are now going to be punished.
The city is safe in my hands.
Time to fight. Eyes of Alduin.
Okay. But I mean, with that thing down, holy cow, there's so much that can go wrong. Every Dwemer is going to be beefy.
Greetings from the last living dwarf.
Does he have a guard that he can bring back? Oh, the Dwarven Dynamo. He's going to put it on him. No? Really? Oh, because he couldn't... I don't know. Okay. Oh, we could use a silence right now. Or that. What do you think? Sower, squish? And why not?
Do you not fear me, mortal? You should.
Going all in, boys.
Take back Skyrim. For Ulfric Stormcloak.
I mean, it's 7, but it's 2. But he's got 2 that can take them out easy. Screw it. Whatever. Alright. So we've got Triumphant Jarl next turn. That can help us out a little bit. Maybe get us a...
To be reduced to violence
get
at
us
my
some
age.
cards that are going to be good. They can guard up, probably, which isn't going to be great for us. Yeah, I don't know. This could go south on us real quick. Emptying that hand, boy. I wonder if they've got another one. Another Halls. Alright, Triumphant Jarl.
Die, hurts.
That is very close to what I need. That's 11. It's 13. Ouch. 11, 13. Wait. 11, 13, 17. All right. Oh, I don't know, because if they have another Halls... Well, I think if they have another Halls, they just win on this one, right? They get plus 3, 6, 9, 12... Yes, So yeah, if they have another Halls, they win regardless. And if they don't, then I think we can finish it off with Stormcloak Vanguard.
Surprise!
And there we go! Why wouldn't that be the way the game goes down? Why wouldn't that be the way it goes down? And maybe, so I guess my math was off. I guess they, if I had taken Yagram out, we would still be alive, but... Alright, dude. We're good. Don't need the dramatic pause there.
My fight is done.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call that one as the last day, as the last game. This was... Sorry. Yeah, it's just... Like I said, it's not losing, it's how you lose, and that's like the third game we've lost where it's just been, really? The right cards, right time? So, we're going to start fresh at the bottom of the tower. This is starting to feel a little bit more like what I'm used to. The past 2 days were just amazing. So, I think they kind of set my expectations, even though, so when I started off, my expectations were not high. They were just kind of in the, I don't know which way it was going to go. And then we had like 3 or 4 really good games. So my expectations started to go up, and combine that with the momentum we had for the next 2 days, and I was kind of expecting, you know, a more continual thing. And then we just got kind of eroded my tolerance of the game, which, you know, you start off the day with tolerance. And again, losses don't do it. Losses I can forget. Like I forgot. I don't know how many wins and losses we have. I just remember getting a lightning firebolt. I remember having them, you know, at the last minute, and them having exactly 6 damage from hand to finish out the game. I remember this, where you draw 2 Halls, and I don't know if we would have won still because they could play a lot of guards. I think we still lose that game, to be honest with you. And that could be coping, I guess. But I think they had the cards to play. Even if we'd taken out Balgrim with that one, we would not have been able, we don't have breakthrough. So unless we got a silence, we would not have been able to finish that off. So I think we just lose that game. When you have 2 Halls, we lose it. You know, so there was just a lot of games where it was like, really? Like, this is how we're going to do it? So, you know, a lot of fans, I can't remember the name of the sport. Oh, I forgot to mention, and I'm just going to wrap it up real quick with this. I don't know why. For anybody who cares, it's like what I was talking about with the Tebow thing. Whether you like the guy or hate the guy, for whatever reason, he was thrust into the limelight. This wasn't somebody who was seeking out interviews and trying to get on TV. He was being interviewed by the media. The media was putting him in your face all the time. So when I would talk to people and say, why do you hate him? And like, because he's everywhere. Like, that's all I hear is Tebow, Tebow, Tebow. And it's like, well, that's not his fault. He's not the one propagating himself. He's not the one putting himself out there. He's not the one writing so many articles about him. It's like, the guy's a college football player. You know, 20 years old, 21 years old. Yeah, he's a good-looking dude and whatever else, but it wasn't like he was like the media darling. And they weren't trying to make it. They were, you know, they weren't, these weren't all fluff pieces. But when it really came down to it, he had a lot of detractors. Now, when he got in the NFL, and he kept playing as a college quarterback, and it didn't really translate. He's one of the, I don't know about many. He's one of the athletes that had a stellar career in college that just didn't translate into the NFL. Could he have had one if things had gone a little bit differently? Who knows? I don't know. But the bottom line is, once he got there, I could understand people going, okay, they were saying he's the next coming of whatever, and he's not really all that great. He rallied. He had a great personality, you know, in terms of, you know, getting his teammates going and everything. They made it to the playoffs, but he was not what he was in college. So if there were people that were disenfranchised with that, but before he even made the NFL, before even the draft, people were like, I hate him. But it all came down to things that he didn't control. It was the perception of him or his fame or how often they heard his name, which he has nothing to do with. Aside from becoming a recluse and turning away, which no college athlete is going to do that, especially when they're trying to get in the pros. Nobody's going to be like, I'm not talking to the press, I'm not doing interviews, sorry. Like, that's just not a realistic expectation. So what you found was a lot of animus towards him, having nothing to do with him, his play, who he was. It was all about, we're sick of hearing about this guy. And so it's kind of the same thing with some of these cards, like the movement cards, like Dune Ripper. It's not Dune Ripper's fault that he's getting featured in all these crazy decks, or, you know, the movement guys. It's not their fault. But so I'm trying to wrap my brain around that truth that you can play these cards. Now, right now I have no desire, and that's the part of it too, though. I have no desire to play the decks that I keep coming across, you know, like that. I play against them enough. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is add to that cacophony. Like, to me, I'm like, it's just too much. Like, let's spread it out a little bit. Let's try some new and different things. We kind of got a little bit of that, I think, today, but not really. It was kind of more or less the same. But I mean, to be fair, Dragon deck, you could say that's nothing new. So I'm not throwing stones too much. But it's like I said, it wasn't who we lost to and how we lost, or the kind of decks. It was just you just kind of get slapped around at the last, the fourth quarter. It's coming down to it, and you get hosed. But who knows? I could have made a bunch of misplays. I'm not going to rewatch these games. I don't like rewatching games that I win per se, let alone games that I lose, particularly like that. But so you guys can say, hey man, you were kind of playing subpar the whole time, and or you should play the deck a little bit differently, or you may be like, no, that's just the way it goes some days. I mean, we do know this. Season 1 and Season 2 was full of days like this, but they weren't. I don't think there were this many. I feel like there were 4 games. So we'll exclude the Tribunal because that was just on curve Ice Storm, and our hand was empty. So I don't count that one. But there were 4 games that I'm remembering distinctly where you got hosed, and it just rubs you. It's kind of, like I said, it erodes your RNG tolerance. And you're like, okay, if one game goes my way and one game goes another way, that's fine. But we never got the nod today, and that was frustrating. But I'm over it. So we'll be back tomorrow with another exciting episode. I'm not sure what deck we'll play yet, but it will be fun. And I'm going to work on reprogramming the old brain to get used to being crapped on. Because when you have 2 days where we almost had undefeated, the Dragon deck was undefeated, and the second day we had 2 losses out of 9 games, I think. So when you have days like that, and then you have a day like this, you're like, what in the world? I'm too good for this nonsense. I mean, not really too good, but you forget that this is how the game can be. And let's be honest, I mean, it was supposed to be Eldora and the Werewolves. Our opponent used her just as many times. We got to use her once. We had an opponent who stole her and used her just as much as we did. So it was more like just the Werewolves, which is fine. I think it's a fun deck. It's a fun mechanic, but I don't know that I should have. I think we probably got what we expected. I think that's what the game was doing. And now that I think about it, that is exactly what the game was doing. It was going, you've won enough with a werewolf deck. You shouldn't be winning this. But this isn't a meta deck. It's it's a niche deck. It's kind of just off to the side there. You shouldn't be winning this many games. So instead of getting blown out, we're just going to pull the game out from under you at the very end a few times. So that you stop playing with that deck. So, message received, Tessel. I won't be playing with werewolves in the foreseeable future. Not really because of that reason, but just, we're kind of in a cycle rotation now, and so it'll probably be a while before the werewolves come back around. But I don't blame the deck. Like I said, I think the mechanic in general can be a little fickle. The fortunes can be fickle. I probably had some misplays that I just don't know that they would have avoided kind of the shaft we got in some of these games. But what are you going to do? Moving on. Take care. I'll see you next time.